sweet souls, and welcome back to Goddess of Bliss Tarot. As always, I'm excited to have you guys back, and if you are new to the channel, welcome. I apologize for my voice. I got hit with a pretty tough bug this past week, and my body is still fighting it off. But I've been really anxious and excited to get this video out, and I just barely got my voice back, so all is well. I've got my tea here, and I will be editing out my coughs. So, we're vibing. We're pushing through. I wanted to make sure we got this video out for you guys regardless. Now, this pick a card reading is all about which wishes are coming true for you. So we're going to be looking into the specific details of what the wish is, what actions you can take to help speed along its manifestation, what actions to avoid so that you don't slow down this wish coming to you. We'll look at timing and really just some overall energies and messages and guidance as well as per usual. And then this will be, I believe it's the first video where we will finish up the reading with some rune casting, which I'm excited about. So when you're ready, let's all take a deep breath in and release. When your mind feels clear, you can open your eyes. Whichever pile calls to you the most, calls to your attention the most, that is going to be the pile with your messages. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when you're ready, I will see you guys in your piles. Bye. Hello, sweet souls who selected pile number 1. You guys selected the clear quartz crystal. Just a little baby crystal. Crystal. Okay, so let's jump right in and find out what wishes are coming true for you. These two pre-shuffled cards are going to show us the wish, and then we will be shuffling more cards on camera to get more details. So let's see. Watch your words and 5 of Pentacles. You know what? I'm going to put this crystal baby right here. Okay. Interesting. So I'm seeing you move into a sense of, move from a place of uncomfortable stability into change, because we have 2 5s here. This could be something to do with your workplace. This is coming through as a little bit of a gentle warning in the sense that you are a very powerful manifester right now. And even though this is a timeless reading, I am actually filming this around the time of the new moon in Sagittarius. And new moons are really excellent timing and energy to manifest. So that's kind of in alignment with your group. So what that means is you need to be careful with what you're focusing on and what you're joking about, even if you're just kind of, like the self-deprecating jokes, like, oh gosh, I'm so stupid, or, blah, 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 stuff like that. Don't do that. I'm also getting a strong caution against gossip. There might be gossip that's going on at work right now for you, and I see that changing, and I see forward progress with it, as long as you don't, it's like the phrase careful what you wish for. Honestly, when I laid out your cards, that was one of the first things that I heard, is careful what you wish for. So make sure you're not wishing, not necessarily like harm to another person, because that sounds intense, but you know how we have those people, especially at work, that really just, they just, and sometimes it would be nice to just imagine karma, just working out in a way that feels favorable for us, but not so much for the person that's annoying us. Avoid those kind of thoughts or daydreams right now, because whatever you put out is going to come back to you threefold. Yeah, whatever you put out is going to come back to you threefold. And you are coming up on a huge opportunity for change. Ooh, okay, so this is a big opportunity. This could also be an interview for some of you. This wish is bringing a lot of change. You guys are wishing for something to change. And the Pentacles, I'm seeing it most likely being financial. It could also be body related as well, though, because Pentacles isn't just money. It's like the physical, tangible, so like our bodies. And she's relatively exposed here. Aw, well, that's cool. For those of you who it's the body message. Yeah, I'm seeing your hard work really paying off. Aw. Yeah, either weight loss, weight gain, whatever it is you want, muscle gain, muscle loss, I don't know. You know, whatever desires, whatever you're wanting to manifest for your body, I do see that coming true. And we're going to look into timing. At first hit, I'm kind of getting within the next 5 months. But, yeah, so this is something in your material world is coming true. But you're not aware of your power right now, and sometimes when we're in a little bit more of I don't know, it's not like a desperate energy, but like a really, really wanting something energy, that can put us into a feeling of lack, which is what the 5 of Pentacles, that is what this card talks about. So this is saying that there's a need to change your focus, to start focusing on what you have an abundance of. Look how she's staring forward towards like 4 coins. She's not looking at the 1 or even the 2 over here that's not on the board. Let's see. I'll cover her up because, you know, she's focusing on 3 or 4, however you want to look at it. But she's looking at what there's more of right now. And that is an energy, if you choose to receive it, that's going to be able to come in for you. That's actually really beautiful. Oh, a feeling of abundance. Yes, please. Creativity as well. A renewed sense of empowerment and freedom, too. Just be careful with what you say, with what you focus on. Don't speak badly of anyone, including yourself. Especially for those with the weight image and body image stuff. Trust me, I've been in my own journey with that, and I know how challenging it can be. But if you keep telling yourself, like say your goal is weight loss, and you keep beating yourself up, oh, I'm so fat, I'm so fat, I'm so fat. The world is going to be your mirror. Oh my gosh. The world is going to be your mirror. That's one of the main rules of manifestation, which is what this message is about. And this is clear quartz, which is considered the witch's mirror. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Big manifestation group. So, whatever wish, be careful what you wish for. Be careful how you say it. I want to take a quick look at the energy in your world now, and then what this wish will affect after you get the wish. Let's see. Yeah, you're having a hard time dreaming about things right now, I'm seeing, because you're worried about like the normal day-to-day things, the matters of just existing. You want to make sure you can take care of yourself. And many of you have people to provide for as well, which is a part of what makes change so terrifying, especially when it comes to your job. For the body image, and, you know, the body wish that's coming true, I'm seeing this less as someone to take care of, so much as you're trying to figure out how to heal your inner child. And some of you are tempted to potentially abandon your inner child altogether because you can't possibly imagine how, or I mean, in a lot of ways, manifesting is just daydreaming. And honestly, with how powerful you guys are right now at the time you're watching this video, because that is what your energy is in alignment with right now, whatever you daydream about, that's what the universe is going to be reflecting back to you. That's going to be what's coming true for you, which is so powerful. But it's I'm seeing, you're like, how can I possibly get to where I want to be by doing things innocent and pure, you know, by following the rules. I need to see how she's kind of like sneaking away. It's kind of like, you'll be fine. I'll come back to you eventually. Eventually, I'll take care of you. But in the meantime, I'm going to go do a lemonade fast. You know? Like with the cayenne pepper. Ooh, do not do that. Please do not do that. Well, do it if you feel called to do it. Don't let me tell you what to do. That's just personal experience. It backfires very quickly. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing in your present right now. Let's take a look at how things are going to change once this wish comes through. This can also help you retrain your focus, so to speak. Especially if the Seven of Cups reversed, that could be having a hard time visualizing things and believing things. It also could be thinking that you're being naive and deluding yourself, but you're not. And deep down, a part of you knows that. That's why you clicked on this video. You just want that confirmation that this wish is happening. Okay, let's look at after the fact. How is this wish? Ooh, okay. Well, there's 3, which wasn't really my plan, but that's okay. Well, that's actually interesting. So we have 2 here. Just as we have, shaky, sorry. Just as we have 2 here, and then we'll have 3 cards. Ooh, it's all lining up. All right, let's see. Wow, big cards, too. All right, so I am seeing, this is interesting. It's not like it's a lack of creativity, but it's like this change is gonna take a lot of your energy, so you're going to want to stop and really rest and nourish afterwards. Like, see how she's just like so peaceful. She's sleeping like a baby. She's very, very happy and relaxed. She's in this very pleasant dream state. We have a lot about illusions here because this is the moon, and then the 7 of Cups talks about illusion as well, and the Page of Cups can even hint on it, and actually this can talk about illusion too. So there's a need to understand that the way that you look at things and is the way that you cast the illusion on things, and that's setting up the foundation for its success manifesting into the 3D. Let's see. And then we have the Hanged Man here. Yeah. This is going to be, okay, so afterwards I see a period of healthy stagnation in the sense that you're going to be, this is going to rock your world a little bit. Yeah, this is going to rock your world a little bit. So if you stay focused on the positive here, I'm seeing you kind of being a little exhausted. Because let's be real, it's especially when you're like not really feeling your best, it's very hard and very brave, okay? But it takes a lot of energy. It's very hard sometimes to focus on, I don't know, to maintain hope. I get that. I really do. And I see that here. So you're going to be a little tired afterwards, but it's going to be like a healthy tired. Like, oh, I did it. Okay, cool. This is going to be pretty life-changing for you. You are going to really look at, you're really just catching a glimpse of your inner power. And that's going to force you to create a whole new perspective well, maybe not force, but like inspire you to go within and to be like, okay, what do I really want to create next? Because once you recognize what you have here, what you're able to do, once you're in tune with those abilities, then you get to start asking the big questions like, what do I want next? Why? If I could create anything, if I could have anything, what would it be? What would I have? Why? And that starts reflecting back to you answers about yourself. So, pretty deep, which makes sense. I mean, we have 2 major arcana cards right here, so all positive stuff. A lot about reflecting, things reflecting back to you. If you stay focused on the negative, I do see the chance for dissatisfaction. I mean, I always keep it real with you guys. Not all of you are going to be careful for what you wish for. Which, girl, guy, story of my life, also been there. But in that case, I do see dissatisfaction, and you're really going to go within, and you're going to be going into a self-nurture mode because you're going to be tired of negative change, and that is going to really inspire self-reflection, which is necessary for new perspective. I mean, either way, it's good, I guess, right? Yeah, either way, it's good. I mean, just the wish, it's all in your power whether or not the wish comes to you. But let's see if we can take a look at timing. Well, actually, hang on. Maybe let's do what to avoid focusing on. No, let's do timing. Sorry. Okay, timing. Let me get a message for timing. Oh, Page of Cups reversed again. Oh, okay. Well, I hate saying this because I just do, but it's like the message is saying there's a need to not get too emotional about it, which it's a wish. It's something we want. Of course we're going to be emotional, tarot. I can tell you this because we have the wish card in reverse. It's like the literal wish card, but it's in reverse. So this actually isn't going to be coming to you as quickly as you wish that it would. Let me fix these cards again. Okay, yeah, so we have Page of Cups in reverse twice. This is talking about you're keeping, so remember how this creativity message came through? And this is all very like, you're creating something. This is confirmation that you're wanting to keep it secret. And part of that is because you're worried that it's not realistic enough, which is pretty in tune with the 7 of Cups reversed. So as long as you tell yourself this isn't realistic, you can only manifest what you believe is possible. This is saying that it's going to be a while before it comes to you. The 5 months thing I think is still relatively realistic though. And that makes sense too, right? Especially like if we want to get a new job, we want an interview, we want to create change in our 3D world in some way, it takes a little while most of the time for the 3D world to change. You know, the 5D, boom, 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 it's changed. But obviously, sometimes it can take a little bit longer to manifest, to trickle down and manifest into the 3D. So that actually makes sense. So maybe in some weird way, I'm actually feeling that's giving you a sense of peace of mind, that it won't come as quickly as you wish it would be, because in its roundabout way, that makes this wish feel more realistic for you. Ooh, pile 1. You guys are my doubters. I like it. I'm here for it. The love of my life is a doubter, so. Let's see. Okay. Let's focus on what to avoid to kind of help pull things along for you. This is a wish that's like a long time in the making. I do see it coming true for you, though. There's just a lot of blocks. The possibility is there. You just have to choose to receive it. We'll get into it. Okay. Anyways. So what to avoid? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Don't tell anyone what you're trying to manifest. The Three of Cups is all about friendships and celebration. This also can talk about overindulgence. So avoid overindulgence. Big balance vibes coming through here. The number 3 is really standing out to me. We have 3 here. This is, I don't know why the number 3 is standing out. Number 3. Well, oh, you know, okay, I get it. Thank you, Spirit. The number 3 is the number of creativity and creation, and the Empress, which is the embodiment of divine creation. So that could be an energy for you to kind of step into, but don't share it with other people. You need to keep this secret. Sometimes I always thought I was paranoid because my instincts growing up, just for forever, like my instincts would shy away from telling people what I wished for, like what I wanted. I felt like it would jinx it if I told people, if I said it out loud. And I always kind of beat myself up for it. I'm like, I'm just being paranoid, blah, blah. A couple of years later, and I'm learning more in the spiritual world, and I actually find out that that is a thing. People can send their subconscious energies towards what you're wanting to manifest and can mess it up. So don't tell anyone. Keep it secret. Keep your plans secret. That will also help mitigate shame. Sometimes telling people is really useful for keeping up accountability, right? Where you say you're going to do something and it's very, very hard. Like you have a goal, you have a plan, and you don't necessarily trust yourself to stick to it. So you pull on a support system, you tell them what it is so that they can hold you accountable. Not the solution with this wish. Certainly applicable in other ways, but not the solution with this wish. I want to look at what else to avoid. Woo! Wow! You guys... Wow. Okay. Pile number 1. Universe is jumping out at you. You guys have the Nine of Cups in reverse twice from 2 different decks, and the Page of Cups showing up in reverse twice in 2 different decks. So, wow. Sometimes the Nine of Cups in reverse can talk about we're getting in our own way. Like, we'll never be able to get our wish if we keep wanting for it so badly. The cards are saying that you need to kind of redefine your wish for yourself, or even like success, for example. Redefine it and look within yourself for it. Reversals talk about going within. These are all cup cards, which is emotional. So there's a need for emotional reflection, which we saw here. Again, reflection. Word's coming up again. If this wish came true, what would it feel like? And here it is. If your wish came true, what would it feel like? What would the embodiment of those emotions feel like? Okay, now understand that feeling is not attainable outside of yourself. You are the only one who can provide it. Say this is about a relationship. The same thing goes. You want romance. Okay? Well, what does it feel to be romanced? You have to give yourself the sensation first. I hope this is making sense. I don't feel like this is coming through well. Basically, no one else can give you what you want. You're the only person who can give you what you want. When you reach for that chocolate bar, it's not going to give you that feeling that you want. Sure, it'll give us that little instant boost and that little, dopamine release. Where it's like, ooh, yeah, that feels good. But ultimately, oh my God, okay. Ultimately, if you look at the core of what you actually want long term, you cannot get that from outside of yourself, from anything outside of yourself. That is something you have to cultivate from the space within yourself. Ooh. Pile 1. You guys getting deep. And Nine of Cups. It talks about dissatisfaction too. So not only are you going to be dissatisfied with the timing of things, there's a need, ironically, to shift your focus away from things that are not satisfying for you right now. If you're on a diet, you need to find a way, and I don't have the answers. These are just the messages coming through with the cards. Your intuition is the one with the answers, but you need to find a way to stop focusing on, salad is so unsatisfying. Okay, well, what is like a plant protein based fulfilling yumminess that you could make instead of a stupid salad? I'm vegetarian and I rarely eat salads. I should probably eat more salads. But I eat good meals, and I get all my proteins from like lentils and rice and beans and stuff like that. Have fun making your dishes. Ooh, okay, yeah. Start focusing on how you can have fun making your dishes. Introduce a level of fun. It doesn't have to, fun does not equal breaking the rules. There's something about breaking the rules here. Fun doesn't always have to equal breaking the rules. You can still not overindulge and have fun. This is the same with drinking as well. Avoid alcohol for those of you who are of age and choose to drink alcohol. Okay, let's see what you can focus on. Any final... Woo! Oh yeah. Focus on having fun. Look at this. Knight of Wands. She's in a circus. I don't know. That's kind of what it's kind of what it makes me think of. If you don't, the message just coming through is if you don't focus on the destination, the journey will feel much faster. Because Wands is a very fast moving energy. So that does add up. That does make sense. So, this is fun. I like this. This energy is very, lighthearted and This will help you cope with this waiting game. And also, this is kind of capitalizing on that fun of having a secret. You know, it feels kind of juicy sometimes when you're like, I know something you don't know. Kind of. You know, there's a need for frivolity. Go outside more at night and kind of gaze up at the stars. Obviously be safe about it. That's implied. But yeah, there's something important that, because stars do invoke a sense of wonder within us, and they bring us back to that sense of like childhood, innocence and joy, you know. And the stars help us realize that our problems that feel so insurmountably large most of the time are actually quite minuscule in comparison to the big picture of things. So keeping an eye on the big picture of things. Ooh, planning trips. Ooh. And keep focusing forward. Keep focusing forward. Forward. Keep focusing forward. Keep moving forward. Falling backwards is not an option. You can't jump through the hoop of fire and then be like, halfway through, like, oh, nope, never mind. Nope. Commit. You are committed. Okay, and this is a new deck that I have that I want to see if we can get a final message for it, and then we'll do the runes. Woo. Woo. Too many. What can they focus on? Help them bring this along. Woo! Ugh. Man. Okay. So we're just gonna take 3. Oh, this is too many. Fine, we'll take it. We'll just do it. Always happens. Okay. Queen of Cups. Ooh. King of Cups. Negative aspect. Okay. Wow, 3 of Cups again. You guys keep getting those repeating messages. Hot damn. Okay, let's just put this guy right here. We'll put these guys right there. Sure. Ugh, that probably looks like crap, but that's okay. Okay, so self-compassion and compassion towards others. You need to still be a social person. Just because you can't tell other people, well, I mean, you can. Just because the guidance and advice is telling you that it's best not to share with other people doesn't mean that you can't still go out and have fun. You can still enjoy yourself, you know. You can overindulge from time to time, just sparingly. Don't overgive. Sometimes people in these situations like to overfocus on others and their problems. Notice how, look at the difference between these two. Where he's giving the last of what he has. And then both hands on the reins, moving forward. This is also looking towards the past. See how he's looking to the back? He's looking towards the past, and he's giving a lot of motions to the past. This could also be like focusing on past mistakes. So don't do that. Instead, focus on forward progress. Replace those thoughts with forward progress and exciting change, like trips that you want to take. And don't fight the change. I'm seeing this as being, this wish is quite ground shaking. You guys are, no wonder, oh my gosh, no wonder you're like, is this even realistic? It is. It is. We have the Tower card. This is like everything falling apart. Not to scare you. That's not, but it's just like, this is, you can't fight the Tower. It is massive upheaval and change, and it is just nature doing its thing. And so, yeah, this is absolutely possible. You can align yourself with the cycles of nature to kind of harness this energy coming through and channel it into forward movement. Final note, this 3 of Cups, I think it's interesting because even though this card traditionally always has 3 women dancing or 3 people dancing around with cups, this one only has 1 person in it. So get to enjoy your own solitude. So don't over isolate yourself, right? Don't isolate yourself, but you can still share who you are with the world. Like, that's important. But keep your secrets to yourself. See how she's kind of, I feel like she's kind of smiling. Like, I have secret awesome plans. Okay. I feel like I've rambled a lot, pile one. I'm sorry. But they're just the messages coming through. So, let's finish up with any final messages from the runes. The runes have been so interesting to work with. Their messages are so different sometimes, I feel like, than the tarot or the oracle. So, any final guidance about this? Yeah. Okay, let's see. So that one jumped out. Let's see if we can get a few more. Wow. None of the other ones? Okay, there we go. Okay. Let me clear these empty ones out of the way. So we have here, I've actually worked, I'm still learning a lot with the runes. There's such a vast history to them. But these two I've actually worked with quite a bit, interestingly enough. So this is Fehu and Thurisaz. Okay, so simply put, Thurisaz talks about, it roughly translates to the thorn. Lord tells, I'm only laughing because it's just like, it's so just, it all just lines up. The Lord talks about how sometimes it can symbolize monsters of doubt. There is a need to look at triggers that you may have, emotional triggers, anger. This also talks about protection, though. So the thorn protects the rose, essentially. So, man, I don't know what kind of people. You have some jealous people in your life, I think. I'm hearing maybe codependent. I don't know. It's just what's coming through. But for whatever reason, that's why the universe is like, don't share with them this big change, because this big change will be viewed as very, very threatening to these people's that you're connected to, like their self-identity and self-image, which has absolutely nothing to do with you. That's a them problem, not a you problem. But that's explanation for the guidance of why you should keep the change from them. It's kind of protecting your vision and yourself, because even though they may love you, you know, they'll love you, they want the best for you, but subconsciously change is very, very scary and threatening to people sometimes. So this also talks about, though, you have protector spirits watching over you. Thurisaz can symbolize Thor. He is the protector over humans. Not like the Marvel Thor. Although I guess he protected humans too. I just mean like the legit historical lore. But anyway, so then Fehu, this is so interesting. I can't believe it. This is amazing. So Fehu, it translates to cattle, which means wealth back then. And it's not just wealth so much as it's anything of value, also anything in the 3D. So just further confirmation that everything, just further confirmation of everything, right? It also brings up the issue of self-worth and personal values and self-esteem. So what are you investing in yourself? Because it's like, it tells about investments too. It also talks about fees sometimes. So it's just a medium of exchange, right? So if you want to, I don't know why the body stuff is coming through so strong, but hopefully it resonates. Not that that singular message is for everyone, but probably for a lot of you. Gym membership is going to have a fee, right? So that's, you give them that, and then in exchange, you get access to their equipment. It's also saying that you need to protect yourself. Oh, look, yeah, from overgiving. Yeah, protect yourself from overgiving. Just focus on yourself moving forward and really ask yourself those big questions of, your self-worth and your personal value and your self-esteem. This is also, oh my God. I can't. Oh my God, I have goosebumps. This is also the universe coming through and asking you what you have an abundance of. These two runes really wrapped everything up quite nicely. I think we probably could have made like a 10-minute rune casting video instead, but the messages came through how they needed to come through. So focus on what you have an abundance of. That's what we were talking about with this card as well. Shift your focus from lack to what you have an abundance of. That will help protect you. Okay, pile number 1. What a journey this was. Your guys' energy is fun. I like you guys. You guys have a fun energy. I can tell that things feel kind of shaky right now, right? Because we don't often wish for big uplifting change unless we're deeply unhappy or just uncomfortable in some form or fashion. So I feel with you for that, and I am sending you all of my genuine positive love and support. Whatever this is, you have the power. You really do. And a lot of that power is how you speak to yourself and how you speak to others. Oh my God, I just realized it says watch your words. And there were all those messages coming through about not telling people your plans. Oh my God. Okay, the synchronicities. I can't. I still have goosebumps. This is amazing. This is an amazing reading. Pile number 1. I'm like excited for you. Like my energy right now is like, dun, 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 good things are happening. I can't really explain it, but it's pretty electrifying, honestly. So, ooh, this feels good. Okay, embrace your power, embody your power, keep your plans to yourself, trust that you're protected, and ask yourself the big questions. Recognize what you are worth. The self-worth question, final note, can also be if you're in a job that you hate, or even if you don't hate it, like you know that something needs to change. Are you being paid your worth? Are you being treated in the way that you should be? Do you have the self-esteem to recognize that? Pile 1, I hope that this has helped you. I hope that this has brought you some clarity and guidance and hope. It brought me hope. I feel the hope for you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, press that like button. And if you haven't already and my vibes vibe with your vibes, then go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, until next time, bye guys. All right, beautiful humans who selected pile number 2. Let's go ahead and jump right in and take a look. You guys, real quick, selected the malachite egg. This is really excellent for heart chakra work and like love and relationships. But okay, so here's the drill. These two, oh, I guess you guys have three. These three pre-shuffled cards are going to show us what wish, or I think in your case wishes, are coming true, and then we will shuffle more cards to get more info from there. So let's see what we have here. Ooh. Wow. Holy. Oh my gosh. Sorry if the video for the video cutting out. I still have a pretty persistent cough, and I don't want you guys to have to listen to that. Anyways, wow. You have me so excited I can't stop coughing. Genuinely though, this is amazing. Wow. I'm so excited. So lots of things. Lots and lots of things, and I'm feeling very soon, if not already in the beginning stages for many of you. But this 3 and this 9 is showing me that like you're not quite there yet, but you're either at the 3 process or the 9 process. I feel like most of you are on the 9 side of things, which is closest to the 10. Let me explain. So 10 symbolize completion. Now, I'm so happy for you. Okay, focus. So the 10 of Cups is kind of a dream card, to be honest. It symbolizes marital harmony, emotional happiness, fulfillment, and contentment. And then we also have the Wheel, also number 10. And then the 3 times. I don't know why the numbers are really standing out to me, but the fact that they are means that they carry a message for some of you. So trust your intuition and let me know. I want to know why these numbers mean so much. The 3 and the 9 is really standing out, but the 10s, it's like you finally made it, and it's the epitome of success within this area. So this is like emotional fulfillment, family, peace and well-being, harmony, happiness, like you name it, and along the emotional realm of positive things, and boom, that's pretty much 10 of Cups. And then we have the Wheel here, which in this deck is just so gorgeous, so artistic and creative. I'm sensing a deep independence here, success, so much success and abundance. You, my friends, are stepping into an entirely new period of your life. This is like the Wheel of Fortune landing on the jackpot. Maybe for some of you, literally, that's going to be what happens. Now, I'm going to read for you. I didn't feel called to do this with the other pile, but I feel like I need to read for you from the Moth Spirit. And one last thing really quick before I do that. For many of you, this is a soulmate. This is the soulmate, like the big one. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my gosh, this is like happy friendships, but honestly, it's screaming like if you're not already content in a relationship, like this is your soulmate. This is your romantic soulmate. This could also be new friendships. This is why it's interesting that you guys have more cards, because it makes sense, because the Wheel, this is all encompassing. This is an overall positive shift in every single aspect of your life. I'm seeing just so much light coming through for you. I'm so excited. Okay. Now, the moth spirit, though, does come through with guidance because light draws, bugs and not so favorable things to it as well. So this is going to be kind of, again, the word's all-encompassing, where it's going to give you really kind of advice on how to receive this, and how to handle this, which is necessary because we are not often faced with this much goodness all in one heaping pile of goodness. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read this for you. So, now is a time for surrender and radical acceptance so that your drive does not cause you to flee or to fight. Universe wants you to release your need for certainty and control so that you can relax into a more balanced way of using your moth spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and musts so that you can enjoy what is and allow for what might be. Okay, and then I'm not going to read because there's a lot, but there's another portion of the message that talks about being intoxicated by potential relationships and needing to surrender so that you don't have that addiction to certainty. Direct message for those of you who need it. I know you're out there. This is so exciting. Let's take a look at your before this wish energy and then what your life is going to look like after this wish. So let's take a look at the before. Ooh, 7 of Cups reversed. I'm seeing it's a little lackluster. It's interesting. There must be something going on in the collective right now. I'm getting this as like you could be kind of fantasizing a lot, like head up in the clouds, or the polar opposite of that. It's really one or the other, where you're really kind of lost in these big, overwhelmingly not realistic, quote unquote, possibilities and ideas and fantasies, and you're kind of living in that world, like your focus is kind of living in that world a lot. Or it's the opposite and everything just kind of feels lackluster for you right now. Okay, well, let's see how this wish is going to impact your life, how things going to change. Oh, that's so many. Okay, that's too many. Too many. Simple spirit. Oh my gosh, I swear, this is like, this is the story of my life. I'm like, Spirit, give me one card. And Spirit's like, the whole deck. Okay, so 3 of Swords reversed. Ooh, the ending of emotional pain. 7 of Swords reversed. There's going to be, you're not going to feel like, okay, hang on. And 10 of Swords. Yeah, this is all talking about the end of pain. Let me put that right there. This is all talking about the end of pain. Wow. This is also interesting, though, because it does kind of make sense with the guidance that was pushing through with surrender now. Because this is big. This is big time, you guys. This is like, oh my gosh. This is like genuine, like your wishes, your wildest wishes and dreams kind of coming true here. Mostly with relationships. I'm really seeing this heavy relationship focused. But overall, your life as a whole is going to improve. Look, another 10. Yeah. So when humans are faced with that much goodness, greatness, sometimes it can be hard for our minds to believe. Wow, yeah, because we have 2 7s in reverse. You're going to be a little windswept. You're going to feel safe. I'm seeing a world where you like the end of pain. There might be a painful ending that comes as a result of this wish coming through, but it's really only painful in the fact that you are letting go of an old belief system or an old friend or person in your life that has a really negative downer influence. You'll know if they try and dampen your joy when you share this good news and they're like, ugh, yeah, well, backhanded compliment and, blah, 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 just trying to diminish your light. If it's the bug, if it's the moth here, it might hurt a little bit, but ultimately you're going to be so overwhelmingly overjoyed with everything else that is going on. I'm also seeing, and it's going to be nice because, so we have Seven of Swords reversed. For me right now, this is coming through as honesty. Sometimes I could talk about dishonesty, but in this deck and the way that everything's situated right now, you're going to feel like you're in denial. Like, this can't be, like disbelief. Like, I can't believe this. There's no way this is real life. It is. It is real life. And this new elevated energy and attitude is really going to be what kind of helps protect you and cut off the final energetic connections and edges and attacks from the less than favorable influences that you may have in your life. So this is literally the ending of pain. I mean, and Three of Swords reverse, dishonesty reverse. You're going to have some honesty. Like, oh, you guys. I want your pile. Okay. Let's look at... we're going to save timing. I want to look at what you guys can avoid in order to kind of stay out of your own way and really help facilitate things kind of going along as they should. What should pile to avoid? Justice in reverse. And avoid ignoring your intuition. So I'm seeing here a need to avoid. So if this is a relationship, which for most of you it is, it's the one. Do not. Well, I mean, do what you want, but this is just showing me like, do not rush into a commitment. That's kind of hinting on this, how this card talked about detach from that addiction to certainty. Sometimes that's why people will rush into, for example, getting married, where they're like, oh, I need, this is for certain. Let nature flow. So it's really interesting because, so don't force expansion. Yeah. Avoid forced expansion. If anything, maybe keep the expansion slow. Like take things slow. Trust your instincts, obviously, as always. Go with what feels right to you, but also, okay, don't get too... This card is showing me an imbalance that can be created by trying to feel like you know everything that's going to happen in your head. Trying to know everything that's going to happen already in your head. That is an injustice to yourself, to the person or persons in your world that are involved in this, and an injustice to the universe, to the gift that this is. because this is an insane gift from the universe and it should not be controlled. So, okay. So, avoid getting caught up in your head. Avoid, what's it called? Like a shotgun wedding? Like avoid rushing big serious changes, because justice can talk about marriage, right? So that's why that message keeps kind of popping up. And if you overthink on it, and it'll become kind of an addiction, which is what this was talking about. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's why this said to surrender now. So go back to the beginning and listen to this. Write it down if you have to, and have the message from this card be your freaking mantra, to kind of help you ease, because there is a lot of thought that's going on, because we have a lot of swords over here in your future. Yeah, a lot of thought that's going on, a lot of excitement, which is great, but just don't rush into long-term committed things. This is kind of like saying your wish for, say, your spouse is coming true, but just because you're manifesting them, or just because like the universe is finally pulling you two into alignment, and maybe within your heart of hearts that this is your person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, don't jump into commitments, right? Enjoy the process. The Three of Wands talks about expansion and growth, and nope. No need to rush things. Really try and stay present and really savor every moment for what it's worth, kind of energy. All right, let's look at timing. Timing. Pile number 2. I knew it. That's so funny. Yeah, okay, so you have the Four of Swords. So, 2 different things from that. On the one hand, I'll just do this. There we go. Is this even, hang on. The Four of Swords. So, it's funny because it's telling you there's that need for, it's kind of like when you reach a sense of, it's when you're least expecting it. So you'll be at this space of mental stability and rest. For some reason, this is making me think of Snow White, where she's asleep, she's in her own world. She doesn't even know that she's in some weird poison-induced coma that a prince is gonna come and break without consent, which is totes not okay. But anyways, we're getting off topic. No, but that's kind of what it's coming for, where it's like, it's happening. This is happening. We have major arcana cards here. Like, this is a thing. It's happening. But if you try and stress and figure out every single detail, it's going to steal the magic away from it. As opposed to putting yourself into this receptive mode of rest and rejuvenation. You're not going to be busy. I'm seeing a time where you're not going to be busy. This is also very soon, though, which is what was coming through earlier as well. This is a soon energy. This is a fast energy. 4 months at the very, very, very latest. I don't like to throw out hard timelines, but with all of this sword energy, and then it's coming through really strongly and quickly. It's like knocking on your doorstep. So 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 hours. Just kidding, maybe. But no. when you are in a place of mental peace and stability and rest and you're not expecting it, which again makes sense with the surrender now message, because that's the universe kind of guiding you and being like, you have to surrender to it, because until you do, there's no energetic space allowed for it to move in. So the energetic space has to be allowed for it to move in. Let's see if we can get any other hints with timing. Woo! Seven of Cups. Interesting. So we have Seven of Cups twice. Yeah, look. They're all asleep. Huh. So when you're feeling well rested? I mean, so you have the positive aspect of this card. This deck talks about, it doesn't necessarily do reversals. It just talks about the energies in terms of the polarities of the energy, right? Every energy has its polar ends of it. Something that's really positive and then something that's really negative. And you got the really positive form of this card. So you're not in this kind of energy here. Oh, look, and it's like anxiously waiting, like, nope, you're you're passed out, man. You're snoring, and the universe is just here like dumping the gems on you. This is great. Masculine energy is coming through again with sense of stability. Number 4, sense of stability. So the timing is going to be entirely dependent upon emotional and mental stability. This isn't saying that you have to be perfect, right? No such thing. No one's perfect. We're all humans. We all suck. I mean that in the most loving way possible. But no, I mean, you know, it's just that matter of cleaning up that internal space within you. That way, you can just rest and vibe and love your life, and that will allow the space for these blessings to come through. Let's see. I guess I'll pull a card on what to focus on. I don't think I need to pull a card as far as the other piles. I'm doing a card as far as like what to focus on to help cope with the time. But these messages came through pretty strong for you. I think that it would be overkill. I think it would be kind of pointless to pull a card for that. You already know what to do with that. That message already came through. So let's see if we can get a final message on what to focus on, and then we'll do some runes. What to focus on? Ooh. Oh, shut up. I can't. Oh my God. You got the 10 of Cups twice. Oh my gosh. I can't. I have goosebumps. Y'all are manifesting your damn soulmates. I love it. The next level of commitment within your marriage. This is, and also just at the end of the day, like, people aside, looking within yourself, this is just happiness, emotional contentment, and happiness. We have a freaking rainbow. I am so, this is like, oh my God, like, I'm so excited for you guys. That energy is so just happy. It's like dream come true. So focus on choosing to receive that energy, man. Focus on the 10 of Cups. Focus on bliss, on peace, on harmony. Focus on gratitude and all the blessings and abundance that you already have in your life. Positive family. And family is blood and the friends that we choose, you know. But positive family connections as well. What you dream of. just stay focused on that. And then just make sure you're getting enough sleep. That is absolutely stunning. I can't. I'm so happy. Okay. We're going to wrap up with some runes now. Oh my goodness. If you could see the smile on my face, you can probably hear it. I'm so happy for you. All right, let's see what runes come out for you. Any final guidance? Oh yeah, of course. All right. Here, let me get rid of these guys. These ones didn't show anything face up, so they don't have messages for us. Sorry, my camera died. So, if you're hoping to get pregnant, congratulations in advance, because I'm absolutely seeing this. Let's talk about the runes. So we have Manas here and Berkana, which is interesting because this talks about Manas is man, and then Berkana, it translates directly to birch tree, but the symbolism also talks about the feminine energy. So despite anything, so whether or not this is same sex or not, it doesn't matter. Like, for example, this deck comes from the Queer Tarot by, who is it? Ash and Chess. So this is LGBTQ friendly, right? But this is still just talking about, even within same-sex relationships, it's that complementary energy. You see the masculine yang that complements the more feminine yin. You're going to see that within the relationship. So I found that really beautiful that these runes came forward for you with that, and very symbolic of everything. Manas also can talk about the importance of a name. So also, this is big family vibes, and family can be blood or friends or otherwise, anything with family that carries a positive connotation for you. So this could be like excitement with you and your family coming up with a name for the new baby. Or you taking on the name of your spouse, if this is a proposal or a marriage thing, or you deciding to keep your name, something along those lines. This also can talk about, runes are so interesting because they're so different from tarot and oracle cards. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm also really enjoying like the lore and how, again, the word's all encompassing. It's very vast. But anyways, this can also talks about humanity, mankind as a whole, which ties in very beautifully with the Ten of Cups, community and harmony within the community and family and relationships and ultimate emotional fulfillment. And I'm talking like big time, because you got that card twice from two different decks. What are the chances of that? Anyways, so this is a bit of a clue. You might meet this person at a rave is coming through, because we have some bright energies. For those of you which that applies, a concert. I'm seeing like an outdoor concert, music festival, anywhere that there's music and a sense of community and well-being. For those of you who haven't met this person yet, if you're already with like your person and you're in a happy, healthy, committed relationship, this is just like the elevation, the next level of commitment, maybe moving in together, whatever the next level is for you guys, a proposal, congratulations in advance. And again, you don't force it, and you don't want to ruin the surprise. You don't want to ruin the details. For the pregnancy ones, you might have a false negative. Wait until 10 days or 10 weeks sounds like a really long time. 10 something. even 9 or 10 days or weeks, something along those lines, after your missed menstrual cycle, to take the test. Get out of your head about it. You might receive a false negative the first time around. And sometimes that can happen if cortisol levels are really high. That actually deeply influences feminine health. Like pap smears times during stress can come back abnormal. Like some women in very high stress careers will avoid getting their pap smear during those quarters or whatever, those times within their business that are extremely high pressure and high stress and deadlines and stuff, because they don't want to deal with the abnormal results. Like they need to make sure that their everything is like calm, which I've found fascinating. Like that's an actual thing, like science. What? That ties in with Berkana. So this rune is really beautiful. So it's supposed to so it also symbolizes fertility. That's why we have big birth energy coming through. Big new life-changing stuff going down. But so this is supposed to symbolize like a healthy woman's figure when she's with child, with like the breasts and then the pregnant belly. But so this translates to birch tree, but it also symbolizes fertility and feminine energy and feminine health. So that message came through for a reason. And even if you're not wanting to get pregnant, take what resonates, take care of yourself. Yeah, for my feminines out there. But what's interesting also, your reading honestly is so beautiful because it is so cohesive. It is so like reaffirming. Like every single card is just positive and reaffirming. Like daydreams coming true, wishes coming true. Like these fantasies that you're having, or these lack of fantasies, like your world is about to erupt into color and prosperity, and I'm so happy for you. But anyways, so the birch tree, fertile land, feminine energies. This is just that reinforcing the fact that this is a massive opportunity that's coming in for you that needs to be cherished. What I find particularly beautiful, so the lore behind the birch tree in Norse society, it was a common practice for couples to beat each other with birch twigs, which it just puts such a like funny, playful energy like image in my mind. It just cracks me up. But so that custom was seen during wedding ceremonies and rites of spring, which obviously spring, birth, fertility. Anyways, but it was seen during wedding ceremonies, and through that action, it was seen as the couple blessing each other with the fertility that Berkana represents, which, I mean, marriage. Marriage. Could it come through? Could the message come through any stronger? And for those of you who may be struggling with fertility, maybe do some research or meditate, connect with the energy of Freya, who's connected with this rune, and Berkana, because it was used in ancient times to promote the fertility of a woman's womb. Now, final message, it also talks about nurturing and giving. Oh my gosh, and it's the mother rune. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Don't worry. It's only if you don't want kids. This is a reading on what wishes of yours are coming true. If you don't want kids, if that's not your wish, it's not coming true. So, calm the anxiety. It talks about nurturing, equal give and take, which is really in alignment with how to put yourself in energetic alignment with receiving this energy. And it's also indicative of the equal give and take that you're going to have within this relationship and within this community. I see you guys making really good friends and getting along with the people in this other person's world and them likewise with you. There's just harmony and peace and happiness, and like, oh, I couldn't have wished for a better reading, honestly. So, pile number 2. Also, I just looked at the camera and I saw 333, and 3 is connected with the Empress, which is also the mother and creative and fertility energy. So, oh, we have a 3 here. Anyways, please let me know. Let me know, like, when this comes true and what it manifests as. Like, what is your wish? Like, I'm so excited for you. Anyways, I hope that this has helped you. If you liked this video, please let me know by booping that like button down below. And if you haven't already and my vibes vibe with your vibes, then go ahead and subscribe. But otherwise, until next time, bye. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. You guys selected this ammonite crystal. She be ancient. I love it. Such a gorgeous. This is one of my most favorite pieces. Okay, so we are going to jump right in and find out what wishes are coming true for you. These pre-shuffled cards here are going to show us what the wishes are that are coming true. And then we will shuffle more cards to get further details. So, let's see what wishes. Ooh, okay, Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Oh, and the Queen of Pentacles. I really like this deck. She looks really sad for some reason. Okay, right off the bat, I'm hearing the word inheritance, which is kind of a bit of an odd thing, because it's not like you're wishing for someone to pass. It's more so that there's something. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so wow, pile 3s. This is interesting. So there's definitely a financial wish coming through. Some of you have a grandmother that has passed on that is coming through pretty strongly in this reading. If not a grandmother, a feminine energy. There's definitely ancestors and passed on loved ones. I'm seeing healing from grief. Reprieve. It's like you get a break. It's like you're finally things are going to start to feel a little bit easier. For those who are wishing for spiritual enlightenment, I see an enhancement and like a revelation of your spiritual gifts as well. Yoga and any kind of sacred movement or meditation that ties in your breath with movement is going to be a big help for you with that. But most of you, this is something to do with someone who has passed on. Some of you are missing this person. And, my spiritual types, I'm seeing there's a bit of confusion. It's like you've maybe been experiencing a block. Like you want to contact and reach this person who's passed on, but for some reason you haven't been able to. I see that you're going to be able to. For those of you who you're wishing for an answer for something, you will be getting that answer, but it's going to be in the form of like an inner knowing or a dream or something. You'll be getting it, but it's going to be from the spiritual realm. I want to take a look. So we're going to take a look at your life currently, and then what your life is going to be like after this wish has come true. Pile 3. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of spiritual types in here. Let's see. So we have 10 of Wands and 9 of Wands, both in reverse. Yeah. So you could be feeling very burdened right now with something. If someone recently just passed, my deepest condolences. I hate saying that, but like, because it fucking sucks, you know? Like, that's not going to make you feel better, but I don't know. I'm sending my heart to you. But for those of you who, this is someone who has already passed, they're seeing how hard you've worked and that you are working. I'm getting a stubborn energy here. I'm going to get, this is really, yeah, it's like there's some block between your spiritual energy and wanting to feel connected to something greater than yourself and needing to feel connected to something greater than yourself to get the answers. And the greater good is coming in and saying that you are going to. Inheritance is coming through. Don't worry. Like, that's not me predicting that someone is going to pass. If it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. It's for someone else. This could also be healing with a feminine figure. Okay, I want to see what your life energy is going to look like after this wish. Ooh, comes true. Oh, wow. Judgment in reverse. Back of deck energy, Lovers. Wow, there's a lot of stagnant energy here. Isn't this? Okay, but this is beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to feel connected. This is a sense of feeling connected with the divine, spiritual enlightenment, getting the answers that you want. But most of all, this is someone on the other side of the veil that wants to show you love. And you're going to feel and experience that love. There's going to be an important... This is interesting because the Judgment in reverse can sometimes, with this deck, can talk about an important crossroads, like a choice that you have to make. And then the Lovers traditionally can also talk about a specific choice that needs to be made. But the fact that it is coming up in reverse is just showing there's going to be healing around something with... Whoop! Sorry, things be dropping. There's going to be healing around something involving death. You're no longer going to feel as separated. The grieving is going to feel relief. If you're lonely right now, your spiritual team is going to be making contact with you. You're going to be feeling protected and supported. Wow, this is such a unique message. Oh my gosh, and we have Ammonite, which is ancient. You can meditate with Ammonite to connect with your ancestors. Oh, and answers. There could be a truth that's revealed to you that brings you peace. Something about your family history that's brought to light. The 10 of Wands reversed. I get the feeling that you're incredibly overwhelmed and you don't see an end in sight. But this is saying the end is in sight, and you're going to be feeling so much better. You're going to be feeling loved and warm and taken care of and watched over, and very much so spiritually connected and protected, and just an overall increased connection and love with the divine, the greater good, the universe, whatever that means for you. I just want to say what's really interesting about your energy is that so far, compared with the other piles, it is so mellow and maybe a little bit solemn, but in like a peaceful acceptance way. If there's any financial troubles going on right now or financial burdens, that's going to be lightening. Yeah, the universe has your back. They're going to make sure that you have the support that you need. Don't worry about how. Don't focus on that. Just trust and receive. What is the timing for this wish coming true? What is... Woo! That's too many. What is the timing, please? Thank you. Oop. Okay. Oh, the Empress. So this is going to be a nurturing energy that you experience over time. It's going to, within the next, I'm feeling that as far as peace from grief, like true whole healing is really going to come full circle for you. Depending on, it's like I'm seeing 3 years from the loss, 2 to 3 years from the loss. What's interesting too is there's a lot of feminine energy here because we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. This is divine mother energy, grandmother energy. Let me get a clarifier card to see if we can get anything else on timing. I mean, grieving is complicated, right? As is healing. So when can they start to see the benefits of this wish? When can they start to see the benefits of this wish coming true? When will they start to feel it? Ooh! Oh my gosh. Flying. Okay. The World. Negative aspect. Yeah, okay. So the World in reverse is still a very positive card. This is talking about, and it makes sense, it's in pretty deep alignment with how I asked the question, because this is partial success and partial satisfaction. Like a little bit of the problem and worries ending. So I do see new beginnings headed for you with that. This isn't giving me great timing, which makes sense because this is a pretty complicated pile when it comes to the spiritual realm. It's going to be so different for everyone, and it's hard to transmute certain messages, especially when it's so vast for so many different people, into something more condensed. So it's going to be different for all of you. I'm looking at this, and you are going to start, this looks free. This looks freeing. And that does look like dusk. This is interesting, because this is kind of like tropical vibes, but this is giving me more like fall, autumn, if you will. So this is going to be different. So ultimately, the fact that we have 2 major arcana cards chilling here, major arcana cards are life lessons that are, it's life changing, and it's a long lasting energy. So it's going to be different for each of you. Damn, I wanted something more precise. Let's look at what we can focus on to help cope in the meantime, as you wait for this reprieve, what can we focus on? Woo! Page of Pentacles in reverse. All right. We can focus on not rushing things. Just like you can't rush a flower growing, that nourishment takes time to cultivate and manifest into something. Spring. By spring, this is interesting. Oh, okay. That's why the seasonal messages are coming through strong. It's not, okay. It's not going to be a said and done once you start to feel the effects of the wish coming true. Then, boom. Things are going to hit you in waves and cycles. So, if this is spiritual enlightenment, your spiritual gifts, you're going to have seasons where you're going to feel a stronger connection to spirit, and then you're going to be a little bit more grounded and you're going to feel more disconnected. So it really just depends on the season. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cycles that go into it. But what can help you cope with the timing aspect of things, Page of Pentacles in reverse is telling us to make sure we're focusing on self-nurturing. Gardening can help. Keeping yourself pure. I don't know what that means, but that's a message that's coming through. Like things that make you feel better inside in like a pure way. So maybe not running away to distractions like that might have negative consequences. And cherishing past memories. Yeah, cherishing past memories, honoring your emotions, honoring that, like not trying to rush the process because you can't. And actually trying to rush the process is just going to create more pain. So as long as you, and the longer that you prolong it, the more painful it's going to be, as opposed to really reframing this as best you can and making the most out of it. Even with spiritual enlightenment, I see there's an importance of nostalgia, healing the past. Therapy. Oh yeah, therapy can help a lot too, I'm seeing. Yep. Okay. We're also going to look at what energies to avoid so that you don't get in your own way with this wish. Nothing hinders it coming in. Okay, what should we avoid? Okay, avoid overworking yourself, distracting yourself by keeping everything super busy. The Two of Pentacles is about barely keeping everything together amidst turbulent waters, which is natural, right? I mean, we're human. It's not like we don't have the answers on how to just like not do that. But this is just saying like respecting your boundaries. I keep seeing the stars here. Protect yourself, respect your boundaries. Therapy can help teach you how to do that. Yeah, respect your boundaries and do your best to focus on balance as opposed to overwhelm. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, you can take deep breaths, and especially like if these are new spiritual gifts that you're learning, it can be very overwhelming and sometimes not scary, but kind of. Some of you with this spiritual awakening, spiritual awakenings, it's the transmutation of pain into meaning. And granted, so this is a wish coming true, right? So again, this is going to be a wish, something that you want coming true. So I do see you successfully transmuting that pain into meaning and personal power and purpose. But be careful not to distract yourself too much with external noise, which is really easy to do, especially when we're hurting. And if you're learning, like you're new to the spiritual world, just take it bit by bit, be patient with yourself. It can be very overwhelming. I swear, I have like 7 different journals with different like spiritual goals and stuff that are just hit or miss as to when I am consistent with them. So yeah, just take it a little bit at a time. Let's see. What else to avoid to make this wish come through clear? Too many. Just 1 card, please. Ooh, as soon as I ask for 1 card, Spirit's like, here's the whole deck. There we go. Okay, yeah. Okay, so 9 of Swords. You have the positive aspect of 9 of Swords as opposed to the negative aspect in this deck. So this is coming through and saying avoid hyper-focusing on... Interesting. Avoid hyper-focusing on your need to heal. It's good to maintain balance. Just be careful. So this is a lot of like self-focus, especially with these answers that you're getting. Just be careful with the pressure that you're putting on yourself. Looks like she has a headache. Don't look outside of yourself for self-soothing techniques, I guess. Like to outside substances to self-soothe. Avoid that. And avoid just that hyper focus on self-judgment. Okay, let's see. And let's see final card, and then we'll do some runes. Final guidance. What should we focus on? What should pile 3 focus on? Your silent victories. 6 of Wands upright. So this is a victory card no matter what. Wow. Look, we have 2 flowers here. Both are being cared to, both in the same way. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. You need to focus on healing your past, appreciating your past, nurturing your past self. So maybe doing some inner child work, just healing and growing. Don't force yourself forward. There's actually a need to keep that past momentum. Momentum, I guess, is like focusing on the past. That's what's coming through. And that's going to help you discover inner joy. So focus on the small wins. Yeah, focus on the small wins. If this is spiritual expansion, say you're doing like daily meditations or other rituals or spiritual practices, and something happens where like it's just a magical moment and you feel really connected, there's a period of enlightenment, you can write it down, but keep it special to yourself and honor those silent small wins. Your group is so proper is the word that's coming to mind. It's just pure, honestly. It's really beautiful though. Okay, let's do some rune casting here. Ooh, a lot wanted to come out for you. Oh, of course. Yep. Okay, so there's an importance. Okay, there's an importance to, again, self-nurture, but also put things on ice, right? Okay, so this rune, Isa, translates literally to ice, which is so... The runes have so beautifully complemented all the readings. It literally means a time of pause. Okay, it tells us that all things need a time where they slow or they even stop. And that's really what this is saying. And it actually also talks about stopping to smell the roses. So that's really interesting. It also talks about, kind of symbolizes or hints at the veil or trepidation that we see at the veil between life and death. Because our ancients, yeah, that's coming through so strong. If they were caught in the ice, that would mean death if they were caught in the ice. So it's honoring that respective cycle. Oh, and cycles were coming through earlier as well. Yeah. It's honoring your respective cycle right now to stop and pause. Even though we may feel the need to constantly be working and to be productive, if there's no rest, even machines will fail and backfire, right? So you need to rest and to heal right now. Ice can also talk about stubbornness as well, which is a message that was coming through earlier. I'm going to put this over here. So maybe reflect on where you're being stubborn and whether or not that is serving you as a good or a bad thing right now. This one is one of my favorites. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. So that one is algaes. It translates to elk, but so it symbolizes protection and sanctuary, luck, spiritual protection, actually, which is so synonymous with spirit has your back. This is actually a deeply spiritual rune. Man, these runes, I am telling you, they are so just in conjunct with these readings. It's really kind of magical. This is an energy that dispels darkness, but it is also a call to seek sanctuary. And it also talks about just higher spiritual vibration, right? So that's the energy in higher levels of consciousness. Wisdom, which is wisdom, and like that is all things, those are all things that we would receive from our passed on loved ones and our ancestors as well. This is a passive energy. It's not active at all. Wow. Yeah. It's a passive energy. It is not active at all. Because there's another rune that also talks about protection. Yeah, there's another rune that also talks about protection, but it's very action based. This one, you guys happen to get the one that is less 3D, not action based at all, but just like passive and spiritual. This is talking about connecting with your higher self and connecting with the part of you that knows what is truly best for you and is, connecting to that energy that can provide advice when you need it. Wow, this is so in tune. I love it so much. Ooh, okay. So next I want to look at the rune Manas. This one talks about man or mankind. It also puts an emphasis on the sense of a name, but within a spiritual context, looking at it as who you are without your title, without your rank, without, like, who are you? It's that kind of spiritual journey. It's kind of an abstract concept that portion of the rune hits on. So take that if it resonates. But this is also talking about guidance here is like, don't isolate. There's a community there for you, especially for those of you experiencing loneliness. You have a community of people. I'm also seeing this as you asking the big questions of, in terms of spiritual enlightenment, like who you are, how that is reflected in the company that you keep, where you live, where you work, the environment that you nurture and that you keep yourself in. This is talking about an evaluation of the sum total of you. This rune came up. It's interesting because this rune came up in another pile, but that aspect that came through for it was so vastly different. Runes are so different from tarot and oracle. It's actually really fascinating. But yeah, those messages are coming through pretty strongly. Now we have Ingus. It's talking about potential energy. This is interesting because it's like male fertile energy, but in the sense of creating ideas and concepts in your mind and not taking any action with it. It's contained energy. It's like securely containing your energy and protecting your energy until it's time for it to be released. Oh, this also hints at sometimes it can be natural for men to want to hide their emotions. So this is encouraging you to maybe examine that and look at the parts of yourself that you hide and that you keep repressed. And it's not, even though this is contained energy, this isn't talking about repressed energy. It's like actively containing your energy, if that makes sense. So it's a conscious choice to keep everything within. I kind of see it as like building a seed, which is kind of gross. But nature, anyways. This is also saying there's a need to hold back on rushing forward with, this is like, it's not your season. The soil isn't ready to plant this seed, this idea, these ideas that you have. You need to hold on to them until it's the right timing, until it's the right season. It's interesting how much seasons have come up for you guys. I really love how intertwined this all is. It's really complementary energy. It's really beautiful. Last but not least, we have this really gorgeous rune, Fehu. This directly translates to cattle, which is a form of wealth, but it also talks about essentially like the medium of exchange. This is, and there's money. That's talking about money too. Yeah, so this is talking about there may be fees that come up. Oh, and inheritance. That was coming up too in the very beginning. Yeah, there's something with wealth here. As far as like spiritually speaking, this is also talking about examining your self-worth, your personal value, and your self-esteem, and how you contribute to that give and take within humanity. Ooh, pile 3. You guys got deep. I love it though. This was a really beautiful reading. I hope that this has helped you. Please let me know if you feel guided to do so, if you feel comfortable doing so. I'm not seeing anything else for you guys other than just this final message of like, you're protected and you're going to start to feel comfort. And the veil between life and death is not going to feel as threatening anymore. What a wish. Whew. Whew. You guys are like top-notch, kind of really brilliant energies here. We got my deep thinkers in pile number 3. Okay, well, if you guys liked this video, then let me know by booping that like button down below. And if you haven't already and my vibes vibe with your vibes, then go ahead and subscribe. But otherwise, until next time, bye guys. Hello, sweet souls who selected pile number 4. You guys selected this crystal pair here. This is a selenite chunk, and then I want to say this is it shungite? No, it's not black tourmaline. Maybe it's black tourmaline. I don't know. If you recognize what this is, comment down below and let me know. I actually have like a huge piece of it. Man, I am pulling a huge blank. Anyways, you know, I don't always get intuitive hits based off of the crystals, but with your pile, I'm sensing something with balance, bringing light to dark. Ooh, maybe justice. I guess we'll see. We'll put those guys right there. Okay, so we have our 2 unshuffled cards here. These are going to show us which wishes are coming true for you. And then we will pull some more cards as we go through to get some more deets. All right, let's see what we have. All right, so we have, oh yeah. I'm hearing social justice. Okay, so we have, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. And the 2 of Cups. We'll cover up because YouTube guidelines, but. Okay. So this talks all about kindness and friendship. And the 3 of Cups talks about friendship, weddings sometimes, and celebration. There's going to be a truth that's revealed for you, and you're going to be able to have more fun because of it. It's like justice being served, like karma. Like, say maybe some of you have been dealing with gossip. Maybe some of you have been dealing with gossip or just like a toxic friendship situation. I see that resolving. I see things resolving. I'm seeing harmony. It's going to require standing up for yourself, though. So either you are going to stand up for yourself, you're going to feel that inner strength and inner peace, and you're going to, especially if you're conflict avoidant. I have so many loved ones who are conflict avoidant, and they have the hardest time standing up for themselves. When I'm over here, like, I'm spicy. I get protective. I'm protective of my people, so I have zero problem with conflict if it's necessary. I will say things that need to be said in another's defense, no problem. But not everyone was cut that way with the cookie cutter. Sometimes I wish I wasn't so much like that. So my more gentle spirits, a lot of you selected my pile 4. You're going to be finding that inner strength within, and this is like peaceful conflict resolution, right? This is peaceful conflict resolution because it reaches a point where you have to stand up for yourself or say something in someone else's defense. Something like that. You're going to be feeling that strength, or you're going to be receiving that, like someone else standing up for you, which we can't allow to happen too often, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all adults. We have to learn to stand up for ourselves and be our own advocates in some form or fashion. But ultimately, I'm seeing peaceful resolutions here, friendships, celebrations, parties, even an expansion of your social circle. It's kind of like I can breathe again a little bit better, which is kind of a funny sensation energetically to feel when my 3D self is having such a hard time breathing right now, just with this silly cold. I'm seeing healing in friendships, relationships in general. If someone owes you your apology, you will be getting that in some form or fashion. Peaceful conflict resolution. Oh, look at you guys. You guys have such good souls. I can feel it. All right, let's take a look. I want to pull some cards now. We are going to take a look at what your energy is right now in your world before this wish hits, and then what your world is going to look like after this wish comes true for you. So let's take a look at right now. Woo, that's too many. Come on. Just a... oh, Spirit. Take a look at right now. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, look. Back of the deck energy, we have 5 of Swords. So we're seeing conflict. Yep. This is classic conflict. And it came upright, which is showing me that it doesn't... It's showing me that other people are involved. It's not internal conflict. And then the Queen of Wands, which is all about... she's the social butterfly of the queens. It's all about, like, social situations and stuff. Yeah. Conflict within your social situations. Yeah. But I like that you're being presented here as... Yeah, there could be gossip. See, because swords can represent gossip, too. But don't worry, because harmony within emotions are here with this wish that I'm seeing. So, and I'm also seeing that whatever... You did something right, or you handled something well. The fault is not yours, nor is it the person that you will be defending, for those of you to which that portion of it applies. Because the Queen of Wands, she is graceful, she's balanced, she's powerful, she's intimidating to lower vibrational energies. So maybe there was some jealousy here I'm seeing. Ooh, yeah, there's jealousy. I can feel it. Ooh, icky. That's not a fun vibe. Which is, yeah, obviously not yours or your person's fault. There was just cattiness, pettiness, but at the hands of another person. So, this is a timeless reading, and we're going to be looking for more insight on timing, more specifically a little bit later into the reading, but I am getting a hint here that this might be around the time of a celebration or a get-together, like a holiday. I'm seeing that being appropriate timing. Potentially like New Year's, or that kind of looks like snow, so maybe like Christmas, which happens to be relevant timing to when I post this, but again, this is a timeless pick a card reading. It can apply to whenever, but yeah, peaceful conflict resolution. I'm getting this mostly within a friend group. It can apply to family, but I'm getting really, really strong friend relations, potentially even peacefulness within a workplace dynamic as well. But I'm getting super strong friend group. So let's take a look now at what your life is going to look like after this wish is granted, how it's going to change your world. Woo! All right. Oh, wow. Shut up. Look, we have justice. Oh, that's what was coming through with that. Oh, you can't make it up. I love it when tarot does stuff like this. Yay! I'm in tune, you guys. I am in tune. Okay, so let's see. And then we have, I believe this is the Knight of Swords. So this is going to be, there might still be a little bit of gossip left over, but none that is going to hurt you, if that makes sense. Maybe I'll just put this like that. There. None that is going to actually hurt you. Like, the people causing the drama or the gossip, or that were causing the drama and the gossip, it's not, the wish is coming through and saying, like, it's not going to change how those people are. But what it is going to change is how other people hear them. And people are only going to hear the truth. And when other people are spitting lies, other people are going to be able to see right through it. This is so much justice here for you. Wow, this is really beautiful. And balance, we even have these two swords reflecting each other evenly. Yeah, the knight here saying someone potentially younger than you might stand up for you. You're going to know who it is, though. Some of you might not, but most of you are going to know who it is if you're not the one who does the standing up for. I just see a gentle spirit here being protected. So either you're protecting your gentle spirit or someone else is protecting it, or both. I mean, it could be both. But either way, yeah. Oh, this is so nice. It's such a relief. I'm relieved for you guys. Yeah, this is karma stepping down and putting her foot down and being like, time for things to come back into balance, which makes sense with our crystals here, and then this here symbolizing balance. You have the scales of balance here. The sword and justice symbolizes truth. Swords also symbolize thoughts and words, written and spoken. And we have a lot of sword energy here in your after effects as your consequences. And so this is just like honest words. Things said about you are going to be like, you're going to be revered as someone like noble in like a humble way, you know, where you're like, people see you as just doing what's right, and you're going to be seen as powerful but in a kind way. Yeah, powerful but in a kind way. There's no weakness in taking it, bending over and taking it from those who wish for you to, unless it hurts the people that you care about deeply. Wow. That was... Ew. I personally disagree with that statement, but I'm not really relevant. I'm just a reader, but that was the message that came through for Spirit. And I mean, essentially, though, that Spirit saying, you know, like, choose your battles, essentially, which, again, I'm a little feisty. I don't like choosing my battles. I like winning all of them. Just kidding. No. This is definitely a gentle spirit group. Something defenseless is being defended, or someone defenseless is being defended. Social justice. For my lawyers out there, maybe you're doing well at work. Like, maybe you're going to bring justice to your clients, because the justice card can indicate like the law system, quite literally. Or if you're waiting for a positive result from something within the law system, I'm seeing that as well. Either way, no matter what, justice, balance, fairness, and you're going to be very happy about it. This is the card of happiness, celebration, joy, and friendship. So you will be celebrating it with your friends. Ooh, I love it. Can this be my group? Okay, so now what we're going to look at is we're going to pull some cards to see what energy you need to avoid, focusing on or doing to better nurture the environment for this wish to come true, and so that you don't stand in your own way, as us humans like to do, unfortunately. Ooh, King of Pentacles. And, whoa, Knight of Swords again. Ooh. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to put this up here. Let me just straighten these out really quick. The Knight of Swords here in this position from this deck, as far as telling us what to avoid, is telling us to avoid rushing in. Okay, so whatever this is going to come about naturally, and it's going to be sourced from kindness. Not necessarily towards the other person, but towards yourself and or the person you're defending. So the Knight of Swords, in the negative aspect, he is someone who can have a hard time being aware of other people's emotions, how his actions impact other people. He's not really aware of sensitivity or vulnerability. He's just just dive into it, and I don't really care how my decisions impact other people. Here's what it's like: a disregard for damage that may be caused. So, okay, that makes sense. Yes. So this is saying, like, avoid thinking that you are, not saying that you would, but, you know, just the guidance coming through. Avoid thinking that you are better than this person that you will be standing up to, because that's not what it's about. It's not about you being better than. It's about you being in alignment with justice and kindness. And it's also not about you just rushing in and not really caring about the effects that you have on other people. The Knight of Swords is, it's a very smart energy. But I mean, okay, I just also want to say, look at the difference. Just want to note, look at the difference between these two Knight of Swords energies. So this is why it's really coming through and saying, this is so much more calm and steady, you know? He looks still. Like, yeah, the horse has his hoof picked up, but it's not like this, like rushing forward, right? Yeah, what a delicate situation this is. That's kind of interesting. So, avoid rash, impulsive decisions with it. Yep. Now, the King of Pentacles, aside from the don't act as if you're better than, avoid that kind of mentality and that kind of approach. I'm hearing, like, there's no sense of entitlement to this. Again, not saying that you would, but sometimes when we're dealing with conflict and we want it peacefully resolved, I mean, I guess it's like I said earlier, it's a delicate situation, and it's useful to be able to have things like this in the back of our head just as like little reminders, you know, when we're checking our emotions and the things that we're saying, so that we make sure that we're coming across in the way that we want to and that we're trying to, as opposed to how someone highly defensive and emotional might take it, if that makes sense. This is saying don't be overly stubborn. That doesn't make sense. Don't be overly stubborn in your approach, and don't try and buy your way out of it. Okay. Don't be overly stubborn in your approach, and don't try and buy your way out of it. Huh. Well, that's interesting. That's all I'm getting from that card. Sometimes, though, also, this can talk about work-life balance. If we are talking about that work environment, like those stories, and this is saying avoid allowing work to impact your personal life as much as possible, which is so hard sometimes, right? Because we spend so much of our time at work. Seriously, I did the math once. It's insane. The amount of time that we spend at work versus sleeping versus just like existing. And don't even get me started on commuting. Like, we invest a lot of time at work. So try to avoid, wow, this could even be going so strong as to say, okay, so don't be overly stubborn about staying in this job if it's a very toxic environment, but also okay, it's all about balance. Don't be overly stubborn about staying in this job, but don't like just be like, I quit, and walk out, you know, for those career situations. Pile number 4, you guys are interesting. I guess human dynamics and human conflicts are quite intricate, aren't they? Multi-layered. Let's see. I am going to pull a card here now as far as what to focus on. So this is what not to do, what to avoid. So what should we do and or focus on? Ooh, interesting. Wow. So don't self-isolate. Oh, this is interesting. It's like it's a chess game. Huh. So the Five of Wands can talk about... Okay, sorry guys. Technical difficulties. No, my storage just filled up, so I just had to offload some of my videos. But back to the story. So we left off here with the Five of Wands. If my video seems really choppy, it's because I've been coughing quite a bit, and there's no world in which I would ever make you guys listen to that. So I'm editing it out. But anyway, so the Five of Wands. I really, really love the artwork for this Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands inherently talks about... Also, I don't know why I'm so shaky. Today's a weird day. Anyways, okay. The Five of Wands inherently talks about competition. It can be friendly competition, but it also just inherently talks about friction and conflict. Very in tune, right, with everything that was coming up. Oh, and you got the Five of Swords, too. Yeah, you have, like, the two big conflict cards. Here's as far as what to focus on. Don't rush in and actually... But harness that cleverness of the Knight of Swords. Harness that into a strategy. So don't show your game plan. And the fact that her face is void of any emotions is saying there's a need to keep very calm amidst the situation. Now, again, I just want to recap really quick. This is a wish that is coming true, right? But this is kind of guidance to help our minds, I guess, access the magic a little bit and receive it a little bit better. So ultimately, everything's going to be okay. But again, this is just helping to facilitate things come through a little bit easier. Also, a quick note. I was saying earlier that this is my gentle spirit group. For those of you who selected this pile and you're a little bit more like me and you're like, no. This here is showing me that this wish is going to be given the gift of being able to handle a situation with grace and ease and friendliness without having to tap into that spiciness, and being able to do it from a place of gentleness. That wish is going to be an actual skill development for you as far as addressing conflict. It's going to you'll still feel stern in your ways as you need to be when it comes to stuff like that, but you'll be kind of unfazed and you'll be able to come at it from a more gentle place. You're not going to be easily triggered. Yeah, that's giving me strong vibes here. So this is also reminding us here to keep in mind that everyone has their own strategy, their own viewpoint, and their own idea of what right is. When you play chess with someone, you're making moves that you think are the best. This isn't to say, manipulate people, but when you understand that other people are making moves that they feel are the best and you understand who they are, then you're able to outsmart your opponent. If you know that the person that you're playing constantly relies really heavily on their bishop, you're going to want to take out their bishop. Just a little chess metaphor there. But when you can anticipate someone's attacks, so to speak, you better understand their strategy, then you know how to outsmart them. Chess is a game of, there's not a lot of talking, right? There's a lot of silence. So this isn't going to involve long conversations. This is going to be a quick strategic move. And I see you being smart about it, calculated, not emotional, or at least you won't show yourself as being emotional, which is good. Yeah, there's so many people involved, man. But understanding that ultimately you are in control of the game. You're in control of the game because you're the one that is in alignment with peace and justice and what is right and what is kind and what is fair. So change is coming. And there's a need to focus on the fact that change is coming. Focus on the change that you want to create and different strategies that you can use to create said change. Okay, now let's take a look at timing. Comment down below if that makes sense or what this might be talking about. It's really such a beautiful message to wish for peace and resolution. You guys are cute. Aw, I like you guys. All right, pile 4. What is this going to happen? Ooh. King of Swords, quite quickly. We'll keep this one. So you do have to wait for your opponent to put their defenses down, I'm feeling. Opponent. King of Swords. This is interesting too, because the King of Swords is very logical, very non-emotional, not swept into drama very easily. This could be, the 3 here is showing me 3 months, potentially. This is relatively soon, you guys. And if not soon, again, this is interesting. Something with a holiday. Something with a holiday. Because the flag here is making me think of a holiday, and then the trees here are making me think of Christmas trees. You're going to know it's time because it's going to be when the stars kind of align in such a way that it's ideal. It's the ideal opportunity for transformation. You're not forcing it. You'll just know it when you're in it, when it's happening. But, I mean, we're seeing swords, so I'm seeing relatively quickly. 3 weeks to 3 months. Yeah, 3 weeks to 3 months for a lot of you. Maybe springtime. There's going to be something substantial. Again, holiday, springtime, most likely at night. Because we have the stars here and here. Huh, that's cool. I love this deck. I just love the artwork. It's called the Queer Tarot by Chess and Ash. Chess and Ash. I just love the artwork. I got it when I was in Portland. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull a card here from a different deck. We're going to see what you can focus on in the meantime. Okay, guys, I am so sorry. My camera keeps getting too full for storage for some reason, so keeps cutting out. We didn't miss too much, though. I'll do a quick recap. So these cards here I pulled to show us what we can focus on, what you can focus on in the meantime while you wait to kind of cope with the timing while you wait for this wish to come true. And then I did some rune casting and we got a really, 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 really auspicious, I like that word, excellent rune for you, Gebo. I love this, which we'll get into. But essentially, so you guys have the 7 of Wands and the King of Wands, and it's worth noting, this is so social, it's so interesting, but we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands over here. So you have the negative aspect of the 7 Wands talks about you're kind of at the whim of other people coming at you. Not necessarily physically, right? But the 7 of Wands follows the 6 of Wands in tarot. And the 6 of Wands is all about success and victory. So the 7 of Wands symbolizes that energy of then defending that success, defending what you have. So in the meantime, you need to just defend what you have, and you need to make a choice though as well. You need to pick a side. And the fact that we have the King of Wands here, you need to pick the side of this Queen of Wands, whatever that symbolizes for you. No wishy-washy, just pick a side and stay strong and clear. It doesn't have to be excessive. None of this needs to be excessive because we don't have a lot as far as like words go. In your after world, there might be a lot of really calm conversations, but in the meantime, this is no reason for excess. Just hold your ground. The King of Wands is very charismatic. The King of Wands is a leader, a visionary. And I'm really just seeing this as like, defend your rose garden. Don't let whatever this is that this wish is helping heal stomp all over your roses in the meantime, right? You need to protect what you have. And that's literally what the Seven of Wands represents, defending yourself, picking a side, making a choice. It's also interesting that we have the King of Wands next to this card within the negative aspect that talks so strongly about needing to be firm in your choice and picking your side, because this is a good luck card when it comes to that. It means that the energy of the universe is supporting you, and as long as it feels good in your heart, it feels right in your heart, you're making the right choice. So stay healthy. Understand that what you are defending is beautiful. And the fact that you are defending and protecting something is beautiful. You're not being overly aggressive or abrasive about it, right? You're just waiting for the right time. So just hold out. You got it. Stay firm in the fact that you are charismatic and loving and kind, and this isn't going to change that, right? So, to wrap up, for final guidance, you guys got the room Gebo. Gebo talks about gifts. Again, Christmas time, potentially, is coming through, or maybe a birthday. I guess technically a birthday would count as a celebration as well, right? But more than that, it embodies and symbolizes the energy of generosity. So this is showing a couple different things. This is showing that, one, you are a very generous person. That's just kind of who you are within your nature. And there's a need to protect that so as that is not taken advantage of. It's just healthy boundaries, if that applies. You can still be generous and have boundaries. That's actually the only good way to be generous. Otherwise, it's unhealthy, right? This also can talk about literal gifts, though, a blessing. So I am seeing that here. This is saying, don't give too much. Only help others if you are in a position to help. It also talks about hospitality. So generosity and hospitality was actually vital for the ancients, because say they were traveling and they weren't able to reach their destination in time, they ran out of food. It was their lives depended on them being able to stop along the way and have strangers offer them hospitality. Like, here, you can stay here for the night. We'll give you food. It's just a matter of humanity showing that, showcasing that. So, for the Norse, it was more than just like, ooh, a present, thanks. It showed great value in who someone was as a person, and also in the tribe's ability to survive. So this is a very honorable thing to see, which makes sense with the gentle spirit that I'm seeing. Further affirmation that you're just a really good person. But also, though, it talks about being amicable with other people. Oh, and a saying in the lore, where as far as warnings go with this, is that a gift demands a gift. So if you give too much, something is going to come in return. That's just energetic law. And typically, so that might be like good karma that you get in return, But when it comes to social situations, a lot of time, if you give too much, it actually enables codependency. Evaluate whether what you give elicits positive or negative things in return. This is also asking yourself to look quite simply within yourself and ask, how often do I give? Do I kind of hoard? Am I overprotective? Or do I give quite freely of the things that I have? So, just a little side note. Hopefully it all makes sense and adds up. Ultimately, though, there is going to be something good. You are going to be getting a gift, which makes sense because this is a wish coming true for you. I love it. This is exciting. I want your pile. This is great. Okay, pile 4. If you feel guided to, comment down below and let me know what this is about. I would love to know how this plays out when this comes true and maybe what this situation is right now. If you liked this video, then let me know by booping that like button down below. But otherwise, if you haven't already and my vibes vibe with your vibes, then go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, bye guys.